All right, everyone, this is module number 4, okay? And I left this up here from module number 3 because this is going to help us understand the relationship between ourselves and our dream customer, okay? So we're talking about hook, story, offer. Hook, story, offer. What does hook, story, offer mean? Hook is the thing that grabs attention, okay? We live in a way oversaturated world, planet, life, information, age, whatever you want to call it, okay? There is always things trying to grab our attention. Just boom, 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 boom. Okay. If you've seen the movie Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I highly recommend because it was a really good movie. There's the there's like the visual representation of the pop-ups, right? And they're always like, putting a sign in your face like, hey, do this, or hey, buy this, or hey, blah blah blah, whatever. That is that is our world in a nutshell. Okay. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's the way it is. Okay. So in order for you to compete, remember what we said, I think it was video number 2. Okay. Why should somebody buy your product or get your service instead of someone else's? It all starts with the hook. Okay. Think about this. If you want better fish, you need better bait. Okay. You're not going to go catch a tuna with a black blue tail plastic worm. Okay. I mean, I guess if you could, that'd be kind of amazing, but you're probably going to get a lot of like tiny fish before you get a big old tuna. Okay. But if you get whatever big bait fish that you can and throw it down there, guess what? You're probably going to get a tuna. Okay. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the hook. Why should somebody pay attention to you in the first place? Okay. Now, the last video we talked about your dream customer. Okay. Hook, story, offer is where dream customer really comes into play, and that's why it's so important. If I don't impress anything upon you in in any of this, well, maybe I should say that for the value, because the value ladder is pretty important to you. But aside from that, hook, story, offer with your dream customer, this is where you're really going to start making your money. Okay. So if you know that somebody is an avid fisherman, okay, you know how to speak the fisherman's language. Maybe you can even say something like this. Hey, do you want to catch bigger fish? You need bigger bait. Click here. Okay. So that is a message that a fisherman might relate to. Okay. Maybe they work at, I don't know, what's a good job? An accountant. Okay, maybe they're an accountant and you sell calculators. All right. I don't know. So maybe they're an accountant and you sell calculators. Do you want to, I don't know, do taxes easier? I don't know what accountants do. I don't know why I picked that. Okay. Do you want to do taxes easier? Well, calculate your way out of this one or something like that. Okay. It has to be something that fits with your target market, but is enough to differentiate from all the other hooks that are out there. Okay. There's all these hooks in the water and you want them to bite on your hook. Okay. So you're going to need good bait. What can you use as the bait? Well, that is where, if you remember the bottom tier of our value ladder, I said that was mainly for lead gen, right? If you had, I'm just going to throw a wild example, okay? If you had a click here for a no scam $50, do you think a lot of people would click that if they could like verify it wasn't a scam? Yes. Why? Because that's pretty cool bait, $50, right? That's kind of what we're talking about with the low end of the value ladder. It's something that provides a lot of value, but it's cheap enough for you to create without going bankrupt, but it provides a lot of value on that hook. Okay. The secrets books. This is incredible bait because when you go to Expert Secrets, okay, you get an amazing book for $8. If you were to get it on Amazon, it would be, I think, 25, but he'll give it to you for 8 with, so he calls it free plus shipping. Okay. You pay $8, you get a book shipped to your house. Okay, not bad. But again, what's the reason he does that? The people that are likely to buy that book, and it's a really good book, the people that are likely to buy that book are more likely to buy the next part on his value ladder, and the next part on his value ladder, and the next part on his value ladder. Okay, so hook, story, offer. Okay, what is a hook and a bait that's going to relate to your target market? Okay, now story. Okay, what is story? Every good movie and the bad movies do not have this. But every good movie has a good story, right? It's engaging. It's that relationship building that I kind of talked about with the first video. It's building a relationship with your audience. It's telling a story saying, hey, I am right there with you. I am hand in hand with you going through the exact same thing, and I am here to help. That's what the story is, okay? That's what the story is, okay? And I'm going to get a little personal here. And I told you in the last video who my dream customer is, okay? It's or at least one of my dream customers, the particular one that I'm targeting for that message, okay? So this might be a good story that I'm telling you, okay? So this is as personal for me, and it was part of why I started doing all this stuff, okay? So it was a while back, and normally my family takes a trip to the beach every year. And this particular year, it didn't quite work out, and financially, it just really did not make sense to go to the beach this year. But my daughter, my oldest daughter, she knew that, so she knew it was kind of getting close to summertime and things like that, and she kept saying, Daddy, when we go to the beach? Daddy, when we go to the beach? Daddy, when we go to the beach? And like each time she asked me, I had to like shut her down and be like, no, no, baby, I'm sorry. We can't go to the beach this year. It's just not going to happen. And then I think it was um, the fourth time she asked me, Daddy, when are we going to the beach? And I had to be like, baby, I'm sorry, we're not going. Like the look of disappointment on her face, just okay. Yeah. And she stopped asking me after that. And I felt like I sucked the life, out of her eyes, out of her face, out of her heart. And just being perfectly honest with you guys, that made me feel, true story, by the way, that made me feel like the worst parent I could possibly be. And it really made me feel like an utter failure as a dad. It really did. And from that moment on, I said, I am not going to feel that again. And I am not going to, uh, I'm not going to feel that pain again. I'm not going to disappoint my little girl about going, a few hours away to the beach for a preventable reason like money. Okay. And I will figure out a way where every year, and at least once a year, probably twice or three times, I can bring my little girl to the beach. And that was like the shift from where I was to where I am today. And that was really what pushed me over the edge with my motivation. So do you see how powerful of a connection that is? When you can relate to somebody like, hey, I felt stuck too, and I felt like a failure as a father and as a provider, and man, I still get emotional thinking about it because that was just such a pivotal moment in my life and really for the direction of my family. So that's what we're talking about with story. It's being able to communicate and tell somebody like, hey, this is why I'm telling you about this solution. This is why I'm even talking to you in the first place. I am so passionate about this because this story shows how I have come to this understanding. Okay. So hook, story, offer. Hook is the bait on the hook. Okay. It's how to get someone to even pay attention to you. Story is building relationship, right? Showing people that, that you're not some psycho that's just trying to get their money. Okay. Story is relationship. It is showing that you understand where they're coming from, okay? And offer, okay? Offer is the thing that you're selling or providing or the service or whatever, okay? Your offer should be so great that they would be insane not to go with you on, okay? So a good example that this is actually from another one of Russell Brunson's books. He says, if I have a phone, okay, I have an iPhone. In fact, I'll get mine right now just to show you. Okay. iPhone 12, right? I want to sell you this for $400,000. Well, you would laugh me out of the room, right? Because you're like, there's no way that phone's worth $400,000. I can go get one from the Apple store for like 800, which is still kind of a lot. But anyway, okay. But what if I told you this phone gives you free food for life through an app? And not only free food for life, but free food for life delivered. So you just go on this app, you pick through the menu, and you hit order, and food shows up 20 minutes later. That might be good. Okay. Well, hold on now. On this phone, there's another app called the Free Gas app. Okay. And on this phone, this app, when you can order gas, like for your car, and not only is the gas free, however much you want, they will come to your car and fill it up for you. Okay, that's pretty cool, all right, but maybe still not $400,000 worth, right? Let's say this has the president's phone number, like the one, not the one that gets like filtered or whatever, and whoever is president at this particular time, pick whoever, okay? The president's phone number, and he was guaranteed to answer. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like I can call the president. Okay, whatever. What if this had an app to every single marketing course, guru's product, whatever? What if it had access to every single thing that has ever been created for free that you've already paid for just from that phone? Okay, well maybe it's a little bit more valuable, right? What if it could unlock every lock, every door that you encounter through Bluetooth? Just boop, boop, boop. Okay, that's pretty cool. What if this phone contained your favorite celebrity's phone number, and whenever you called them, you got a helicopter ride to their house at least once a month? That's pretty cool, right? And now, what if I gave you all of that in a package for $400,000? Now, would you buy the phone? Maybe yes or no, but you would, but you would at least be more likely to buy the phone for $400,000 because I have provided that much more value, right? Excuse me. So, there's a phrase that you need to know: compete on value, not on price. It does no good to be the lowest priced whatever, or the second lowest priced whatever, if you are not be able to pay your own bills. Okay, so if people aren't buying your product, you need a better offer. Tell them why. You've already got them hooked. You've already got their attention. You've told a compelling story. Now, what is the offer that will push them over the edge to finally buy from you, or to get your service or your product, or to sign up for your team or whatever? Okay, what is the offer that you are making to people to nudge them in the right direction? Okay, if that offer is not good enough, that's probably why you might not be making as many sales as you hope. Okay, so that is it for Hook Story Offer. I'll see you on the next one.